Dámy a pánové, máme tu radost a čest, že tady můžeme uvítat supporta týmu Rogue Trymbim po jeho výhře na týmem BDS. Hello Trimby, congrats on the win against team BDS. How are you feeling about the game? Because even though there were some little mistakes, overall it looked pretty convincing from your side.
Hello. I mean, Czech language is always so fun to listen to actually when you're a Polish dude, that's for sure. And yeah, I mean, the game was like pretty weird, I would say. We had like quite a bit of mistakes, right? Obviously, it was like individual ones, I would say, and it's like just understandable. It happened, especially like after yesterday's game. Like people, like you kind of lose a little bit of confidence, right? Always when you lose like this, but. I mean, it's fine. Like, I'm for sure not happy with the game because I think it should never be this chaotic, I would say. But it's something that you need to work on. And yeah, I'm gonna have a review right after this interview. So yeah, it's just we're gonna see what happens.
Okay.
But nice that we won, right? I really wouldn't like to lose like again like yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's nice that you got the victory. And also regarding the draft, when they picked Aphelios, I suppose you went for the Caitlyn because it's the big range and you can outrange him. So could you maybe talk a little bit more about the Caitlyn that you chose? Because it's a bot lane that we see from time to time, but not that much often.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Caitlyn is not being picked up much right now due to like her nerfs that happened like 2-3 patches ago. She still seems to be an okay AD, so obviously it's fun. And yeah, I used to play a lot of Lux back in the day. It was a little bit of a different way of playing, but right now like she's a little bit more of a mage, I would say.
Yeah.
On the support, at least I built it this way, and it feels pretty comfortable for me. So yeah, whenever I feel like there's a little bit of poke or like a long range damage is needed, like I'll pick it up. And yeah, it seemed pretty good in lane. Obviously, they picked like champs that they want to abuse us with, which is like Leona, Aphelios with CC gun and or like root gun and the Jarvan. So it's little bit annoying, and you could see that they were looking a lot on the bot lane and they're coming every time they could. So that's why we couldn't really snowball the way we wanted. But at the end of the day, I think we got the tower anyway before I think minute 12 or something.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we got ahead of them.
Yeah, I see. And also I would like to go a little back in time because at least from my point of view, from the outside, I think from World Championship to this Spring split, you have grown a lot as a player. So maybe could you talk to me a bit more about how has your growth been during the first year in LEC last year, and also maybe what you learned from the World Championship for yourself?
For sure, learned a bit from Worlds. I think like I learned quite a bit from different supports how they play out the game and how they want to play out the game. It's just how I can try to approach the game from their perspective, as well as I don't know how much of an improvement I had this split. I still think that there's not like a lot of difference. I'm not playing insanely well. I think right now, at least mechanically, I would say. I guess I'm more aware like team-wise what to do due to the experience from last year, but I still think I'm playing in a similar way towards what I was playing last year. But like last year, I think we had a lot of stars. I mean, this year obviously Marank and Comp have been shining, but I think that there's just not that much narratives around them as much as there were with Hans and Inspired. So I guess I get a little bit more room in this team right now to to shine a little bit more. Also, the meta is a little bit different. I think when I was playing well in spring, we were playing like, I don't know, Rel, Alistar, this kind of meta, I think, back then. So it was like, it was not really useful to talk about supports. It was a very boring meta, so that's also about it. But yeah, I think I grew quite a bit, and I think that I'm doing better and better. Obviously, I still have things to improve on, and I'm still not playing all of my capability that I would like to play on. And yeah, I'm not like I would like mechanically to play better and stuff like this, but it's still regular season, so I'm trying to get there for playoffs.
Okay, yeah, that's great to hear you reflect on this like that. And just one last quick question, since we are running out of time, how do you feel about playoffs? Because I hate to say it, but Rogue historically have not really been good in the BO5, so maybe are you doing something different to make sure that you translate your regular split results into the BO5 series?
Yeah, I still think we won most of the best of fives that we played, at least when I was on the roster.
Yeah.
So I think we're not that terrible in best of fives. For sure, there are incidents when we can't. We used to not be able to adapt to the series, or our adaptation was not as good as it could be, as well as we just broke under pressure, or at least some players last year. So yeah, like we just need to step up as a team this year, and I still don't think it's like that bad as people may think. Obviously, we have shaky performances right now towards the end of regular season, but it tends to happen. It happens to every team, and like yeah, it could happen. It could happen before, and people would say that we're completely dog shit and we should not be in playoffs and stuff like this. So. I think we're good to go. Obviously, I don't think we're looking like the strongest team right now. That's for sure. But I want to make sure that the fact that we are this high in regular season for the most of time, or at least I guess we're like still on top, kind of. We just want to make sure that for playoff we're gonna show this kind of performance that people expect from the team that is or was on the top for a long time.
Okay, that's great to hear, and thanks for the great insight. As a last thing, if you want to say anything to the Czech fans that support you and Team Rogue, or anything else that you want to say.
It's hard to support when there's like people like Karzi, like in LEC, they're for sure supporting this guy. But I mean, if there are any, I highly appreciate. And Czech guys are really funny. I know one. I have one friend of mine that is Czech, and he's pretty funny as well. So. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and thanks for the interview.
Okay, thanks as well, and have a good rest of the split and good luck in playoffs. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.